I'm Mark Atala. I'm a partner and creative director at Mucho. And with me today is Pancho Tolchinsky, who's also co-directing with me. We're both directing this this brand design executive program, and we will talk a bit more about ourselves in a minute. I think maybe we can start explaining this, Pancho, and then maybe we move forward.
Sure.
And we really we're welcome everybody. We're really happy to have this interaction with you. This is a space for questions. So we will just do a fast, try to do it really fast, 20-30 minute presentation, but we'd really like to have some time to speak with you guys and to resolve any questions you might have. And also maybe you can tell us how some of your feedback and how this program feels. And if you might be considering attending. Okay, so let's go. Welcome to MORE, the Brand Design Executive Program. We believe that brand design is a fundamental tool to affect the world. It has a strategic role, but really in design practice, we are missing, we feel, some very important skills to progress, to make brand design bigger. Things like strategic thinking, leadership skills, business development knowledge, and also the capacity to understand how cultures are made and how brands institute culture. All those things can make brand design bigger and can project the understanding of brand design to a bigger place, to a deeper place, and then hence enhance our careers. And that is what MORE is trying to achieve for everybody. We really believe also in the energy of the interchange of ideas, in the energy that the dialogue brings, in the energy of learning and inspiration, and that's why we are doing it, and we hope to have some of you or all of you to exchange those ideas. That way we can break inertia and go to bigger places. That's fine, Pancho. We can move forward. The basic knowledges that we'll be talking about is creative strategy, brand design, and creativity management, and you will see that that's how the program is structured. We can explain that in a bit.
So brand design is situated in a very privileged place where it can make use of an amazing field of diversity in areas of knowledge. So for that reason, in this course, we make sure that we have a lot of masterclasses from different experts in different fields so that they help you question, help you see things differently, help you see culture differently, help you see human relationship differently, but also helps you see design itself differently, or even how you design a logo differently. So it's very important that we are immersed in all these available knowledge to expand and to deepen our notion of what brand design can be.
The course is going to be organized around one full year project. And this is really important. And all of you being designers will know this. One of the superpowers of design is the prototyping, the project itself. The fact that we can test things on a project, that we can find out how it goes. What we're proposing is that we will work around the project during the full year. But in this project, we will be doing much more things than the usual design skill things like strategy, things like positioning, things like understanding business models, and then also things like business management around it on top of design. We move forward. We can jump this, we can present this, give this presentation to you, but this is, we don't need to delve into the objectives. What we really think is that this is important to take this leap to think differently for design, to use critical thinking, to use visual narrative, to use strategic design, to turn into a consultant and escape this graphic designer or service provider view. So if we move forward, we wanted to make clear who this course is for. We're aiming this at senior graphic designers with a minimum of experience of 4 to 5 years. And it's senior designers, partners, or leaders at design studios, senior designers at team leaders in company, international teams, in-house teams, art directors in advertising companies, or designers or art directors who are not centered in branding and maybe want to redirect their careers into branding. And really, we are directing this to people who want to become creative directors and design leaders, brand creative directors, executive creative directors, or chief brand officers in their companies. And so this is the how the course content is going to be mainly. If you have any questions about that, we can further explain. But these are the 3 modules that we will be doing during the year. The first module is creative strategy. And the idea is that we can go from boardroom confusion to leading perspectives. From this idea of the brief that there's no brief, the clients that have not real clarity about what they're really trying to achieve, to a perspective that can direct design. And in creative strategy, in each of the modules, there's 4 key areas. In creative strategy, the first one we'll be talking about ideas and ideas in terms of cultural ideas shaping society. Here we'll be talking about the ideas that shape our culture, more in terms of philosophical thinking, cultural assumptions, politics, geopolitics, economics, all that kind of thing. Philosophy feels like this academic work or word. We use it a lot in Mucho, and it's so much fun. And I think everybody that has tried with our methodology has so much fun in the thinking and analyzing of the world. Then there's also business foundations of economy. We need to know how business works. We need to know a bit of business models, a bit of basic economic knowledge that is very useful. Understand currency, understand markets, understand that a little bit. That will give you such a knowledge that is important in business conversations. Then we will delve into strategy and the strategic methods that have been so successful in Mucho and that help us direct brands, brand platforms, and the creativity in that strategy. And finally, how that translates into interesting narratives and the stories around brands. Then we go into brand design, and if you're a senior designer, you already know maybe a bit of this. But it's following up the project. But here, I think the big difference is going to be that you will be doing a project, but the teachers and the tutors that are going to be analyzing that project some of them will be designers, but often they will be strategists. They will be people with more a client profile. And so we're looking really into how we can analyze design from that storytelling, from that cultural analysis, and how, as designers, we can react to that, and how we can make the brand better in those 4 modules. And finally, there's creativity management. So many designers, myself included, some time ago, didn't know about how you commercialize design, how do you sell design, how do you do budgets, how do you establish good relationships with clients and good spaces for moderation, how do you lead teams, how do you manage creative teams, manage people, their aspirations, how do you get teams engaged, and also understanding creative business models for design and also design products. And what can be done in that, and then finally legality for branding studios. I want to mention very fastly AI. AI is going to be tangential to all the course. There will be some elements in brand design that are related to skills, but really we want to go deeper with AI. And we're really interested in how we will treat AI in the first module for creative strategy, because what we'll try to do is understand together what does this whole revolution mean and where is it going and where is it taking us, to have a deeper understanding about the context of AI and its repercussions and its consequences, both in design practice and in the bigger world. I think that's a more high-level view of AI. And then finally, in the third module of creativity management, we really want to develop a sort of lab with you and teachers that we will bring that are more focused in product design and how we can use AI as a service. Not so much in skills helping us in the project, but more how we can use AI to turn that into design services that we can offer clients. That I think is the most interesting approach. So then if we move forward, we have really tried to make this work with work. and make this really convenient for you guys. We know you're all professionals on a tight schedule. So we have done a full program that has university credits that you can convalidate to get a master's degree. But really what we're interested is in offer you a really convenient schedule. And so you will see that we've designed a schedule that allows you, of course, to keep up your regular job with some time commitment, but to make it really easy in that sense.
So we have two programs. One is the full program, which is the main one, which goes from the 6th of October to the 26th of June of the next year. We have the 3 modules here. And this is the ongoing project, the ongoing program. And that goes from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. But then we added 3 weeks, 3 intensive weeks that go from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. that are 3 weeks at the beginning of each module. This is very intensive work. And the idea here is to make an intro to strategic content through a project. This is a very fast and dirty project. Then we do the same thing with brand design, and then we do the same thing with the business project. This is to give you, at the beginning of each module, a very broad view of what you're going to do. It's a bit painful, but it will be very helpful to them as you go through the entire year to have a very clear idea of what you're going to do, what you're going to deliver at each end of each module. So as we go through the year, we will develop one project that will include a full strategy project, the full design project, and then the business project. So this is the full program. It is intense at the beginning of each module, but then it's more relaxed so that you can balance work and study. And then we have the intensive track, which it's the same 3 weeks that we will share with the full program. And this is for people who, mainly for those who live abroad and cannot afford to stay the entire year in Barcelona, or people who just want to have this immersive experience of what is this brand design course. This is not, of course, this is not as complete as the full program, but it gives you a very immersive experience of what brand design can be.
Okay, so, and also, well, I don't know, maybe some of you know us, maybe some don't, but as I said at the beginning, I presented myself. I'm Marc Atala. I'm a creative director and partner at Mucho. And really, a lot of the reason for doing this program is because so many people ask us at Mucho how we work and how we do our things, and we thought that this is a great way of explaining. And so it's basically a lot of the content of the course is going to be based on a lot of the working methodologies and a lot of the processes that we do in Mucho. And also it'll be a space for relation for the Mucho crew with all of you great designers, and for all of you to also have interaction with the Mucho crew. To us, in a way, it's a lab for everybody to learn. Mucho is an international company. We are a brand design agency. We were founded in 2002. We've worked in around 30 countries. We have 10 partners and associates. We're a global team of 45 with offices in San Francisco, Barcelona, and Melbourne. We speak around 10 languages, and we really have a global view, but with a strong design mindset and a strong independent studio mindset.
So myself, I'm Pancho Tolchinsky. I come more from the academic background. I studied mathematics, then I did a PhD in AI. I also did photography. Then I moved to pedagogy, where I was for a while the principal of the school. But I would say that I will settle in this triangle of cognitive science, creativity, and education. And of course, design fits really in the center of this triangle. Together with Mucho, I think we can give a lot in the sense of revealing design as meaning-making and tool that is very powerful in shaping human experiences. And of course, through the all these acquired experience by Mucho, there is all this part of the business involved.
Okay, and we'll have an amazing roster of professors. These are just but a few. The whole point of the course is to have a wide range of different amazing people to meet and to learn from, with all these different backgrounds that will really give us strong, different views and different perspective and a lot of very different disciplines from which to learn from. As we said earlier at the beginning, anything from philosophy, politics, geopolitics, also culture, filmmaking, literature, social networks, content making, design, typography, of course, illustration, photography, public speaking. There's all these disciplines for narrative that we really need to learn from. And then finally, business management, project management. That's also really important, understanding project management in projects, client relations, accountant relations, all those things. From as many specialized and amazing teachers we can find in the Mucho network, which has grown through the years, and we have contact with some really, really interesting teachers that really just do it because we can get access to them.
Yeah, well, and we partnered with EINA, which is a leading school in arts and design, particularly into critical thinking, which is really in relationship with what we're trying to do in this program. And the setting is amazing, so you can really disconnect from the noise of the city and feel your thoughts and engage in the collaboration of thinking with others in this beautiful settings. And then there is Mucho, where well, what can I say? It's a place where you feel the drive to engage in the work and the creative in the sense of with a sense of purpose. So yeah, doing a lot in this amazing place. And of course, there is Barcelona. Well, one of the things that I would say to add to Barcelona, which maybe not everybody knows, is that things are very easy to solve in Barcelona. So you can really enjoy the place and not focus about the hustle of commuting or any other thing that typically when you move to a new city. Here, like Barcelona is very easy to accommodate, and you immediately feel at home, and so you can engage with your friends at night and work during the day, and everything like really smooth here.
Yeah, so we're really proud of the content. We really would love to engage with a lot of people. And we are really looking forward to starting the course because this is going to be so much fun to us. I'm certain of that. And hopefully it's also going to be so much fun to you or to those of you who decide to get into the course. Really hope to achieve all of these great things that we're thinking about and hope that you can feel that way too. So with that, with just that final information, we hope that this was clear, but the full program is, as we said, is based in Barcelona. That was important because the presential element when we work together is really important, and we have all these great places to work from, both in Mucho and in EINA's sites, which are multiple and all very beautiful. We will also be doing some classes outside of those places, in hidden places in Barcelona that we find interesting. But it's presential. So the important thing here is that it lasts from October all the way up to June. It's on Mondays and Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then there's those 3 intensive weeks where they're from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's 1 week at the beginning of October, 1 week at the beginning of February, and 1 week at the beginning of or at the end of May. That's 280 hours, which amounts to 45 university credits. You can add up to another extra 15, would give you a master's course. And then that's a total cost of 9,000 euros, and we really recommend the full program. For those of you who are based internationally and can't move to Barcelona for a whole year, we're also happy to provide this intensive track course, which will be with the same participants than in the full program. And that is just the full weeks. The full 3 weeks, again, one at the beginning of October, one at the beginning of February, one at the beginning of May. And that's amounts to up to 90 hours. It's 15 university credits, and the price of that is 5,250 euro. So without further ado, we would like to maybe have a bit of a chat with you guys. I'd like to ask the floor. Maybe if some of you want to turn the cameras on, love to see you guys. Partly this is why we do it presentially. It's good to see people. Don't be shy. And also, I would like to ask all of you, Cyprian, Georgina. I think we've connected Georgina with you through LinkedIn. Hannah, Kate, Kim, Maja, Pau, Richard. How do you see this course? How does this resonate with you guys? What's your personal situation? And do you have any questions? Okay, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming.